Saying days have gone means days have literally gone for some pains. Those pains. Penalties due to mismatch, defaulter, cancelled registrations of VAT dealers. How many of you agree with me on this? We have been facing this problem, are we? Okay, one disclaimer. We are going to not discuss any refunds, any assessments, any orders, any issues with our chief guest. The chief guest is here is for the future and not for the past. So please run with that. So days have gone for this. Definition of manufacturing, always been a pain. Jatin bhai, will you agree with me? Narne Tuleram case, ACC. Okay, those days were gone when the definition of manufacturing caused so many litigations. And you read any of the annual report of a manufacturing company, you'll at least find 8 to 10 cases of excises on that. Okay, so multiple due dates, deadlines, oh my God. Accountants from companies, raise your hand guys, accountants from companies, matching how many deadlines in a month, in a year, oh my God, crazy. Sleepless nights, days have gone. Inter-law set-offs not possible. CST 2%, my God, gone in vain, right? And one more thing, if you are registered in service tax, you don't get benefit of VAT. If you are a dealer, you don't get benefit of service tax. Agreed? Disagreed? Good, that's participation. Excise registration and certifications at various levels, duality of taxes, works contract tax and software. How many of you dealt or dealing with works contract? Oh, good. Duality of taxation, service tax, VAT, God knows what, gone. And lastly, and not the least, the last slide, please. The last one.
Hello.
Yeah. Thanks. Ooh, C forms, F forms, H forms. Gone. Lovely, isn't it? Guide, I don't understand you people are not with me or I'm not with you. Please tell me if I'm not with you, I'll try to be with you. C forms, H forms, F forms, even collecting and even submitting. Gone? Lovely. And yeah, my favorite, J1, J2 mismatch. I need a louder noise. This is very loud for me. I cannot continue. So J1, J2 mismatch, gone. Business audits, refund audits. I remember Bilolikar Saab when he was a deputy commissioner. I had privilege. I will make him remember how. And you know, there was a lot of pain because the team by themselves. Is this disturbing? The mic is disturbing you guys? Okay, sorry. So the team of the VAT team were themselves, because of staff issues and other issues, were so much pressed up with assessments. We used to feel from the other side that ye log aisa kyun kar rahe hain, they are not attending. But one single officer or commissioner having plethora of cases, difficult for them to manage different kind of businesses. Our country is the biggest and largest country in all the sense. Look at the kind of businesses, look at the kind of services, look at the kind of people, look at the kind of language, culture, taste, fashion. You will not find any other country. So point why I am raising about this, કેમ આની વાત હું કરું છું? આપણી country આટલી depthમાં આટલી મોટી છે ને, એના કારણે we have these various types of taxes. Do you guys remember there was one WhatsApp running some time back? How many tax people are paying? There are some 12 tax which were mentioned. I'm sure all of you must have seen that. Right? Why? We always boggled up with paying taxes, but why it is that? Because we are a diversified country. Sir, if I'm not wrong, this is the fact that why there are different taxes at different levels given to accommodate and give justice to everybody. It was not for to harassment of taxpayers. It is to accommodate all different kinds and types of businesses and people that this larger amount of taxes were being collected from us. But thanks to the vision of last 10 years of tremendous hard work, and one man's effort, not one, I would say two rather, Mr. Hashmukh Adhia and Mr. Arun Jaitley and his team, to roll this out on 1st of July. How many of you are thinking that this GST will not be rolled on 1st of July? Fine, we'll take that out. But how many of you think that GST will not be rolled out from 1st of July? 1%. You're wrong. It will be. The will is very strong. The system is so robust. The working is going 25/7. Okay, at the department, 500 returns are already be tested of large and medium-sized corporates, and the issues which are GST network, the network where you have registered yourself, are being kind of resolved. Yeah. So in that case, the 1st of July is a reality. So let us wake up to that reality. Why I'm this, we are hardly around 40 days away from that reality. We have to make some changes in our system, and that is the only merry reason that I am here and you all are here. The reason is we have to implement GST, and implement is a very big word. In simpler term, આપણે તૈયારી કરવાની છે GST માટે. BST થી વેટમાં આવ્યા હતા ત્યારે તૈયારી નહોતી કરવી પડી, કેમ કે એક જ કાયદો હતો, એક જ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ હતું, મહારાષ્ટ્રનું વેટ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ હતું, તકલીફ નહોતી. પણ અત્યારે GSTમાં 4 થી 5 અલગ અલગ કાયદા બદલાઈને એક કાયદો થઈ રહ્યો છે. તે કારણસર આપણે એની તૈયારી કરવી પડશે. શું તૈયારી કરવાની છે, કેવી રીતે કરવાની છે, એના માટે જ માત્ર આજે હું અહીંયા આવેલો છું ને તમને બધાને બોલાવેલા છે, જેનાથી તમે જે પણ ચેન્જીસ કરવા છે એ આજે જ તમારી અહીંયાથી નીકળીને તમારી ઓફિસ જઈને તમે થોડું એના પર વિચાર કરો અને એના પર કાર્ય ચાલુ કરો. સો વિથ ધેટ નોટ એન્ડ વિથ ધેટ પ્રિટેક્સ, I will now run through my presentation. As I said કે બેઝિકલી આ બનાવ્યું હતું ચાર્ટર્ડ એકાઉન્ટન્ટ્સને એના માટે, પણ હું ટ્રાય કરીશ કે હું તમને લોકોને બોર ન કરું. તમારી 86 ક્વેરીઝ જે આવી છે હું એને અહીંયા ટ્રાય કરું મેક્સિમમ સોલ્વ કરવાની, અને જે બીજી હું નથી કરી શકવાનો એના માટે મારી પાસે 3 માસ્ટર બ્લાસ્ટર ઊભા છે અહીંયા, અને એ લોકો મારા પ્રેઝન્ટેશન બાદ પછી અહીંયા આવીને આપના સવાલ જવાબ કરશે, અને ત્યારબાદ આપણે નીચે નેટવર્કિંગ કરશું, થોડું લંચ કરશું. So with that, I will start my presentation. Thanks, Bhavin. Good. Okay. Myths about GST. ઘણી બધી માન્યતાઓ છે કે GST આવશે એટલે પ્રાઇસ રાઇઝ થશે, ઇન્ફ્લેશન થશે. ઇટ્સ અ મિથ, એન્ડ એવું કાંઈ નહીં થાય. થોડાક સમય માટે થોડોક ભાર લાગશે, ત્યારબાદ થિંગ્સ વિલ બી મચ મેચ્યોર્ડ અને ઓવરઓલ પ્રાઇસ રાઇઝ નહીં થાય. એના કારણો પછી જેસી સર જે આપણે આવ્યા છે આપણને પછી સમજાવશે કે એના માટે ગવર્મેન્ટે શું તૈયારી કરી છે કે પ્રાઇસ રાઇઝ ન થઈ શકે. ઇન્સ્પેક્ટર રાજ, કરપ્શન, માન્યતાઓ છે. ધીઝ આર ધ મિથ્સ કે ઇન્સ્પેક્ટર રાજ આવશે, કરપ્શન આવશે. નો, દેર ઇઝ નોટ ગોઈંગ ટુ બી એની ઇન્સ્પેક્ટર રાજ ઓફ કરપ્શન. ઇફ યુ આર નોટ કમ્પ્લાયન્ટ, then you will be in trouble. Government no message is very straight, and that message was started not today. In 2014 when the new government came in, they said it very clearly about many things including black money, and this government in its first step of reform introduced demonetization, as you all are aware and affected of it, was the move towards that. And the government is clearly saying and stating, please rise up, be compliant, no more nonsense. So if you are compliant, there is not going to be any corruption, there is not going to be Inspector Raj. Yes, there are few provisions which might trouble us, but yes, there will be ways out, and this government in future notifications and changes in the law will bring out certain aspects to give you convenience that you are not affected by it. Higher compliance cost. Compliance cost નો મતલબ કે રિટર્ન ફાઇલ કરવા માટે ચાર્ટર્ડ એકાઉન્ટન્ટ જોઈએ, સોફ્ટવેર જોઈએ, બીજી બધી સુવિધાઓ જોઈએ ડેટા કલેક્શન માટે, રાઈટ? તો એના તમારા જીએસટીમાં આવ્યા પછી કમ્પ્લાયન્સ કોસ્ટ વધશે? નો, નહીં વધે. આઈ ટેલ યુ દેટ. નો રિફંડ્સ. મને કોઈ ગઈકાલે કહ્યું, કોણ ચિરાગભાઈ છો યુનિટી? નો રિફંડ્સ તમે કહ્યું હતું? નહીં, રિફંડ્સ આવશે. રિફંડ્સ જીએસટી રિફંડ્સ આવશે ફોર ઓનલી ધ કેસીસ જે તમને આગળ હું જણાવું છું, વેર તમે એક્સપોર્ટમાં છો કે તમારો ઇનપુટ ટેક્સ રેટ ઇઝ હાયર દેન યોર આઉટપુટ ટેક્સ રેટ, ગવર્મેન્ટ વિલ ગીવ રિફંડ્સ. એન્ડ ધ રિફંડ પ્રોસિજર ઇઝ ઓલ્સો very fantastic that within 3 months you can file forms and you can apply for refunds, right, Mr. David? Is that the... Yeah, thank you. So refunds avse, no myths. Increased litigation. Yes, increased litigation. I just mentioned about so many litigations pending in the various companies on account of definitions, on account of clarity of certain notifications. I'm sure all of you sitting here will agree with that Vipin bhai, is that the reason why we have higher litigations currently? But that all has been resolved. If we read the entire act of GST, IGST, CGST, what I mean to say, the things are very much clear and apt. There has been no scope given for any kind of unwanted litigation coming in. And very wonderfully, for the first time, they have introduced a system called advance ruling. Garkar sahib, barabar che? Advance ruling, which was not there before, I believe. So what is advance ruling? Anybody? Nobody. Advance ruling is very simple. In advance, go to the department with your query and get it resolved, and then you do your transaction. Isn't it wonderful? Rather than doing a transaction and then falling in a trap of litigation, this is what the department, the act has brought in for us. Advance ruling. So the scope of litigation by itself at this level 1 is getting reduced. Fantastic. Increased cost of compliance, already it is covered by mistake I've written twice. Now, after the myths, this is what we all of us, I mean to say all of us sitting here have to get accustomed to. Okay, what are these things? This is called business furtherance concept. GST માં concept એવી રીતે આવી છે કે તમારે input credit ITC, હવે છે ને set off ને ઓલા બધા શબ્દો નહીં વાપરતા, હવે ખાલી બે જ શબ્દો વાપરજો. ITC input tax credit અને refund જ્યારે actual માં refund આવવાનું છે. set off શબ્દો હવે ભૂલી જાજો. તો business furtherance નો મતલબ શું છે? એનો મતલબ એ છે કે if you are doing a business and you want to claim input tax credit on whatever expense purchase or whatever, whereas GST is paid, it is only for the purpose of business furtherance, then you can get the credit. એનો મતલબ indirectly એ છે કે whenever you purchase something and consume it for personal use, personal purpose and certain other facts which are mentioned, you will not get ITC. So concept of business furtherance. Why I am raising this point is that concept of business furtherance you have to always keep in mind whenever you want to claim ITC. તમે કોઈ પણ પરચેસ કર્યો, ખર્ચો કર્યો અને તમે એનું GST ક્લેમ કરવા માંગો છો તો તમને ખબર હોવી જોઈએ કે આ બિઝનેસ ફર્ધરન્સ માટે છે અને પર્સનલ યુઝ માટે નથી. કરેક્ટ? નેક્સ્ટ, HSN codes and SAC codes. અહીંયાથી આપણે બધાએ જ લગભગ we have done GST migration. Have we? So in GST migration, myself I was quizzed, મારું SSN code શું આવશે? પછી મને ખબર પડી હું તો સર્વિસ આપું છું એટલે મારું SSC code આવશે. So HSN code and SSC code will be the driving force for you to understand what is the tax rate which will be applicable to you. Correct? And how you will bill it in your invoice. Because in the invoice, તમે હવે જે invoice બનાવશો, in that invoice you have to mention your HSN or SSC codes. Vendor updation and management. Oh my God, this is a subject by itself. I will need at least half an hour, but not today. And for that, I might plan some Sunday series at my office to discuss this aspect. Vendor management and updation. Anybody who can share a bit about this, who have experienced something on vendor management and updation recently? Are you people getting mails from your customers? Tamaru HSN, sorry, GST code? ARN number? ARN number, UIN number apo. Are you getting mails? Are they asking you who is your principal person to contact? Are they asking you what is your email ID? Are they asking you what is your phone number? Why they are asking? Why they are asking? Vendor management. It is a subject in itself. The first thing in my agenda today is to tell you, go back and do this. If you don't do this, you will fail miserably in the month of July and August. Why? તમે કોઈની પાસેથી માલ ખરીદ્યો, તમારો વેન્ડર સપ્લાયર થયો, માલ ખરીદીને તમે એનું ITC ક્લેમ કરી લીધું. ભાઈ સાહેબ, તમારો વેન્ડર સપ્લાયર એનું રિટર્ન ફાઇલ કરવાનું ભૂલી ગયો કે નહીં કર્યું કે ટેક્સ નહીં ભર્યું, તમને ક્લેમ નહીં મળે. જાણો છો બધા? આ તો બહુ ક્લિયર છે, વોટ્સઅપ પર બહુ બધું મેસેજ આવી રહ્યા છે. વર્ગીસ, ઇઝ ઇટ ઓકે ઇફ આઈ talk a bit in Gujarati, Chandni? Little English, no? Sorry, I'm very sorry for that. I will accommodate, sorry. So, vendor management is the most important thing. All of you, go back, make a form, send it all to your vendors. Ask them whether you are registered. Ask them from where you are operating. Ask them what is your HSN code. Who is your principal person? What is your email ID? What is your address? What is your bank details? Why? If they don't pay, where will you go? Where will you run around? So our duty is now to stay upbeat, update, and absolutely entangled with our vendors. That is why this subject is very important. And that is why you are getting mails from your customers. Reverse dealer ratings, fantastic concept. Dealer rating concept has been introduced where on the GSTN network, all of you means, dealer means the right word is taxable person. All of you taxable person who are registered, you will be rated by the system itself. And that system will tell us that how good you are in rating from 1 to 10 or whatever system is defined. And on that rating basis, your prospective customer will go on the net and see how good you are in GST compliance. If you are not good in GST compliance, will they do business with you? Will they do business? I will not do. I will not do. So what is our duty as a taxable person is to have highest rating. Agreed? Disagreed? Agreed? So how to have good taxable person, how to earn a good rating on the GST and network? Any guesses? Very simple. Be compliant. Be compliant, file your returns. I'm sorry, I don't see that in GST there is a concept of filing returns. I'll come to that. So file your whatever requirements on timely basis, pay your taxes, whatever is required, and you get fantastic rating. When you get fantastic rating, your customers will come to you and not to the next door person. So now tell me, when I started before, if there are so much of compliances or whatever things we are worried about, is it good for a genuine businessman like you? I see all of you genuine. That is why today I'm not going to talk about penalties. I'm not going to talk about things of prosecution because I know none of you are of that length. It is just that we have to be ready, adopt the change coming in fast and get rolled to our business. Okay, reverse charge, purchase tax. Reverse charge mechanism, my service tech friends who are all registered, they are aware of it, but those who are not, this is one of the only difficult or confusing concept for many of us. Why? You are purchasing good from many people, but some of your people or some of your vendors, suppliers are not registered with the GST. Are not registered with the GST. What will happen in that scenario? In that scenario, you will have to pay the tax equivalent what is